workshop number 4 with the Filipino Chamber of Commerce of the Pacific Northwest and ACE. My name is Siababa. I'm a board member I'm a member of the Filipino Chamber of Commerce, also doing consulting and special projects with them, and I'll be your moderator for this afternoon's session. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us. I know that you are busy business people, so thank you for taking the time to learn about the online Palengke Mall, which I think you're going to find very exciting and something that you're going to want to add as an asset to your business. To begin, we're going to have 3 panelists talking about the online Palengke Mall. And during the workshop, you're going to find out more about the mall, its features, and how it can benefit your business. We're going to start off by having 2 of our sponsors welcome you. We'll begin with the President of the Filipino Chamber of Commerce of the Pacific Northwest, Dr. A. Barretto Ogilvie. Dr. Ogilvie, the floor is yours.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. And again, let me thank all of you for taking time out from your busy schedules to attend our 4th and actually our final Zoom workshop this year. And again, I want to let you know that these workshops were made possible with a small grant from the King County Office of Economic Development. Our intent of these workshops, all 4 of them, and especially this one, was to assist our Filipino Americans to survive and thrive during and beyond the COVID pandemic. And we hope that all these 4 workshops, did have helped you. As this is our last Zoom workshop for 2020, on behalf of our Filipino Chamber of Commerce, let me express our thanks and appreciation to the National Asian Chambers of Commerces and Entrepreneurs for its technical and funding support, provided especially by Janet Alikpala, who's an ACE project manager, and Emily Fuder, our behind-the-scene control technician. So thank you, both of you, very much. Kudos go to Siababa, our moderator, and to our many presenters for their attention to detail and ensuring professional quality work during these presentations at the 4 Zoom workshops. But I really want to especially thank our Chamber Board and other members who have faithfully attended all our workshops and helped in recruiting their colleagues and friends to register and participate. So again, before we present our new online Palengke Mall project, let me thank our initial group of 30 Filipino businesses and professionals who are basically our partners in this endeavor. And we hope to make this a long-lasting initiative, not only for the Chamber, but for your business as well. For those that have yet to join, we hope that you consider joining the online Palengke Mall in the near future. What I'd like to do now is let me reintroduce Janet Apilaka, again, a project manager for the National Asian Chambers of Commerce and Entrepreneurs. And she was our key liaison who was really instrumental in making all of this happen. So Janet, over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Tony. Can everyone hear me okay? All right. Again, my name is Janet Alikpala. I'm the project manager at the Asian Pacific Islander American Chamber of Commerce and Entrepreneurship, also known as National ACE. We're a national nonprofit organization whose mission is to serve as a strong advocate of AAPI business interests and affect positive change on all issues that enhance and advance the goals and aspirations of AAPI business owners. For the past 6 months, actually beyond 6 months, we've worked closer than ever with our national network of more than 65 affiliate chambers and partners across the country to ensure that the AAPI business community has the most accurate and up-to-date information about the important resources that are available to our community during this global pandemic. Our strongest partners is the Filipino Chamber of Commerce of the Pacific Northwest, and we're so grateful to Tony Ogilvie, Siababa, to Katherine Absuelow, Rhea, Cabardo, and everyone at the Filipino Chamber of Commerce for providing this space for this discussion today and allowing us to have an interactive forum on learning about FCCPNW's new virtual Palengke Mall. As many of you know, we're just beginning to see data on the impact of COVID-19 and what it has done to the AAPI business community. A recent report by JPMorgan Chase shows that the balances of Asian-owned businesses has declined severely by 22% since early April. At the end of March, revenues of AAPI businesses were over 60% lower than they were in the previous year. So overall, Asian-owned businesses have experienced severe damage to cash balances and revenues, and they're going to require more assistance from the federal government to fully recover. As many federal assistance programs have stalled, we know that additional targeted interventions will be necessary for the small businesses that have been hardest hit will continue to struggle. National ACE has instituted a program to help tackle many of these issues, including helping individual businesses with financial assistance, as well as individual businesses restarting their operations safely and strategically. If your business is in need for one-on-one consulting or other resources, contact us through our website at acesmallbusiness.org. We'll put that in the chat. And all of our services are free of charge, and we're here to help. And it's an extended bonus as a partnership between Filipino Chamber of Pacific Northwest and National ACE. Again, thank you for having us on this call today, and thank you to Tony, Dom, Kay, and Rhea, and everyone at FCCPNW for hosting this event. We are really looking forward to hearing about this great discussion today. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Janet. And for those of you out there watching this, I just want to remind you again, you are getting great support from both the Filipino Chamber of Commerce and National ACE. There are a number of resources that they are providing to you as small businesses that are free of charge or at a very minimal cost. And so while you may think that you are resource constrained, there are a lot of resources available to you. So please go to either our website, FCCPNW, or the National ACE website. There you'll find a number of resources that can help you through these trying times. And as Janet mentioned, Asian-owned businesses and Filipino American-owned businesses are being severely affected, as are a lot of businesses, by the COVID-19 pandemic. But by looking at all the resources that you have at your fingertips and pulling together and sharing with one another, we can make our way through this. So what we're going to do is go ahead and talk a little bit about the workshop in general. Just that if you have questions, please put them in the chat. You're not going to be able to break in and ask a presenter a question. We will wait until the very end of all presentations before we begin asking the questions. If you have a question for a specific individual, please mention that in the chat, and I'll make sure at the end that I will direct that question to that individual. As you know, bringing resources into your business is something that is really difficult to do now that people are limited in their travels and they're being able to go out. So the online Palengke Mall is something that really is right on time in terms of providing you with a resource to try to get people to see your business, to become aware of it, and to try and make purchases from you. We're going to begin with Dr. Barretto talking a little bit more about the background of the Palengke Mall and why they decided to proceed with this project. So Dr. Ogilvie, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Dom. Just a real quick background of the project. As we have been working, with the Filipino businesses and professionals the last 8 months, observation and discussions indicated that many of our Filipino American businesses and professionals were not using the internet to fully, promote and support, their efforts, especially in the area of e-commerce. Yet everything we've been hearing on social media and on TV and the experts, using technology to support our businesses, it's the trend now and beyond pandemic, the pandemic crisis that we're now facing. One of our chamber members, Teresa Allen, who owns an aesthetic spa, brought to our attention a virtual site promoting businesses and other businesses in South King County that increase queries and and clients for their businesses. This convinced the chamber that we need to encourage and facilitate use of the internet to help our businesses. This led to the creation of the online Palengke Mall, which you will be seeing and hearing about today. Admittedly, it is still under development as we are still entering businesses that have signed up, but we plan to go live with our first group of partners because we are partners in this endeavor, because we hope to make it a success, not only for you businesses, but also for the chamber within the next several days. And we'll let you know the specific date when we are going to turn the switch on. But this gives us the opportunity to ask questions about it and also to give input. Our intent is to provide a service to our business and professionals and to our community in general. The success of our online Palengke Mall will require us to work together, and with our initial successes, hopefully spur more of our Filipino businesses to become more involved in the internet experience in terms of growing it, their businesses. So let's work together and make this a success. So Dom, thank you. And I'm going to turn it over to the technology experts to talk about the Palengke Mall. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Ogilvie. Next speaker is going to be Katherine Absuelow. She is the project manager for the online Palengke Mall. She is also an FCCPNW board member. She also owns her own business where she does fine art, design, and marketing. So Katherine, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Dom. Hello, my name is Katherine Absuelow. I am board member with the Filipino Chamber of Commerce of the Pacific Northwest and the project manager for the online Palengke Mall. So what does Palenque mean? The word Palenque originated from the Spanish word palenque, just like many other Filipino words. It is an area enclosed by a structure for defense, public festivals, or used to describe a pathway for a place of gathering, such as theater, tournament, or market. And today, Palenque is widely used in Philippines to describe a local marketplace. So our Palenque Mall is a virtual collection of Filipino businesses, professionals in the central Puget Sound area who want to increase their business through the power of the internet. And right now, with the current pandemic, our chamber wanted to find creative ways to assist our kababayan to continue supporting and promoting Filipino-American businesses. So, which you will find for now is as an extension to our chamber website. So how will this benefit your business? With our online Palengke Mall, you can gain more visibility, increase your contacts and queries. We will provide information that encourages purchasing of your products or services. And we will be providing this for free for the first 6 months. And technically, if you decide to join a chamber, it will be 1 year free of charge. And the chamber will also be dismissing any annual fees for 2021. So we will be going more in depth with the benefits of the Palengke Mall shortly. But first, I would like to thank everyone for joining us this afternoon. And special thanks to our SEO specialist, Connor Talbot, and our Shopify specialist and website developer, Rob Homan. This has been a pleasure representing the chamber and being part of our recent revamp. And again, thank you for being part of this and learning more about our online Palengke Mall today. Now I will go ahead and pass it back to Dom.
All right, thank you very much, Katherine. And thank you for the work that your team has done, you and your team has done on the online Palengke Mall. Next, we're gonna have Rhea Cabardo, who is the owner of RHEADIRECT. She is a marketing specialist. She has clients both locally here, but also clients that have a national footprint. So she's very experienced in this area. We're very happy to have her working with us. So without further ado, Rhea, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Again, I'm Rhea Cabardo, and I'm the owner of RHEADIRECT. My passion is helping small business owners. And so this opportunity with the online Palengke Mall has been a true love of mine. And so I'm thankful that I'm here and able to share the benefits and the features that this will provide for small business owners. So you heard earlier about the benefits of being part of the online Palengke Mall, but here are the features on the actual site. One of the things I wanted to highlight is it's very simple. When you go on there, it's very easy to navigate through. You'll be able to access businesses just by clicking onto the icon. When you click onto the icon, it'll direct you straight to that business's website. Not only that, if you become a member, you'll have access to this entire network. So you'll also have resources for website development, marketing resources. And as I had mentioned about it going directly to your website, we'll be able to track who is going to your site through the online Palengke Mall. And then we've also broke it down into categories. So if you're looking for a bakery, a lawyer, some financial help, these are all businesses that are owned by Filipinos. So that's what's beautiful about this Palengke Mall. So if you can actually go on there right now. If you go to www.palenkemall.com, you'll be able to see some of the businesses that are on there. We will be going live next week, so that will be an updated list. So feel free to email us if you want to join the Palengke Mall. Earlier, I mentioned about the marketing opportunities. We will be promoting the online Palengke Mall. One of the ways is email blast to our network. So not only will you be sharing it to your network if you're a business owner, but we will be sharing it to our network. We'll also be providing posters, flyers, postcards as giveaways. Right now, due to our situation, they will be given to you virtually as digital copies. But once it starts to ramp and people are coming in through the brick and mortars, we'll be able to provide you with posters and flyers on us. So that will help consumers and customers learn more about the Palengke Mall. You'll also learn if you're a business owner. We also have our social channels. So the Facebook and Instagram will have online Palengke Mall. With that, we'll be able to feature each small business that's part of or a partner of the online Palengke Mall. Maybe it's a promotion one, sure. But that's another avenue. Not only will you be on the website, but you'll also be on our social media. Then organically, pull up your SEO, your search engine optimization, because you'll be on another directory online. So let's go to the next slide. I had mentioned that when you click onto the icon or the name of the business, it'll direct you to their website. What we'll be doing as this evolves is create custom business pages. And so one of the examples we have here is Reluda Architects. If we go to the next slide, you'll see here, what it looks like is very simple. It's the name of the business. You'll have the website and your business address. We can also put in there your social handles. If you have Instagram or Facebook, we can put your links there. We also have a part of that page for a small paragraph or a blurb about who you are, and you can customize that and send that over to us. But what is great about this custom page is the feature that we've embedded the Google map into this page. So now your customers can go onto our site on the online Palengke Mall and get directions straight to your place. They can see your reviews on Google. They can see the time. So everything is there. So not only are you getting an SEO bonus from being a directory, but you also have a Google plugin, which is embedded into the online Palengke Mall. So those are just some of the features that we have on our online Palengke Mall. But as we were going through them and looking at some of the businesses that have already signed up, some of you don't have a website, or maybe you don't even have your Google My Business listing optimized. So with being part of the online Palengke Mall, you'll have those resources on how to get on to Google free. Those are free tools that Google provides, as well as cost-effective ways on how to get a website for your business. So again, thank you so much. And I believe I'm going to hand this back over to Dom. And if you want to, go ahead and go to the palenkemall.com, or you can go onto our Instagram, it's Palengke Mall, or the FCCPNW Instagram. Thank you so much, everyone. And Dom, take it away.
All right. Thank you very much, Rhea, for giving us that snapshot about the Palengke Mall and how it operates. So we do have a few questions. First of all, there's actually a request. If Katherine, either you or Rhea can post the email for folks to join in the chat box. There was a request for that email. Next is a question for Rhea. Rhea, can you give us an example of a client you've worked with who's used something like this? Maybe, briefly talk about what you did and then what the results were as, after they went through the process and were able to take advantage of your marketing online strategy.
Yeah, when you're, like what was mentioned earlier, a lot of the businesses now, they're not on, their digital presence isn't there, right? I work with a lot of clients who they've been in business for more than 25 years and they're thinking, well, I've been in business for 25 years. I don't need to do all that online stuff. I'm still here. But the problem is, for example, this pandemic, it's very important for us to be online. Most people, what's in their hands right now is a cell phone. They're on a tablet, they're online at all times. So I've worked with multiple clients who were able to transfer into the digital world. And yes, their results were exponential. They were able to get clients through social media. They were able to get people to find them on Google searching. What's the first thing you do when you say, oh, where can you find this? Google it, right? So it's very important for all of us, all of the business owners, to be visible online and digital. Yes, so being visible online is very important for us as small business owners. I hope that answered your question.
All right, thank you. So this is a question to the panel at large. So I was part of the discussion about what we should call the folks that we're working with. We talked about maybe clients or other names, but we came up with the word partners. And so I'd like one of you, or you can take turns, talking about why the term partner is so important and what role people have as partners in making this online Palengke Mall work.
I can start.
Okay.
To me, partnership means that, you're working together. It's teamwork. It's not just, just a client or just someone paying to be part of something. We actually care about the businesses that we're working with, and that's how we want to be seen. And yeah, so that's my answer for why partnerships.
I can go ahead next. I think, I think we illustrate it really well here too. FCCPNW, before we started our partnership, I think you guys were not doing as many webinars, and I think it was important to shift gears to still be relevant to your base. So taking advantage of technical resources like National ACE, we're out here. We're not the only organization that can help in this capacity. And I think having a Palengke Mall built within FCCPNW is going to be such a great advantage for many of the members of FCCPNW, because, what you're doing is giving baby step, you're basically teaching everybody how to become more digital, because it's so important to shift gears, change mindset, especially during this pandemic, like you said, Rhea, because everyone is looking people up. Everyone wants to know, can I look up their hours? Are they delivering? Are they shipping? Some of these places that are brick and mortar, or if, they've never thought about having an online store before, this is the time to do it. And there are resources out there. Like, you guys are so very fortunate to have Kay and Rhea as your resource. Take advantage of them, email them, and also reach out to National ACE too. We'd love to be able to help, create your business plan if you need a business plan, or if you need just ideas on how to get more capital for your business. This is what we're here for. So take advantage of all these free resources out there, and don't be, I know, Filipinos typically are very timid when they want to go out and get resources. We're always so shy and always so, like, oh no, I don't need help. Get the help, take advantage, learn as much as possible during this time, because everything is free. And I know sometimes when we do these webinars, we do get tired of getting online. I know we've had those discussions behind the scenes, but you know what? This is such a great time to just jump in and learn something new. So take advantage of it. Don't be afraid of Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. It's a good time to learn these things.
So I'm going to expand the question a little bit more, and I'm going to direct it at Rhea specifically. We talked a little bit about the importance of people's social networks and sharing those social networks, not only for their own business, but for the benefit of everybody else on the mall, and the organic nature of a digital community. So can you speak to that a little bit more, please, Rhea?
Well, again, Janet, first of all, I want to say thank you for saying what you said, because I think it is important. And this ties into the whole social thing. You're building a network. And when you say partnership, you're also saying family, right? I mean, that as a Filipino, we pride ourselves in that tight knit community feeling. And the Palengke Mall, that's what it's going to create. That's what we hope to create, is this connection. And having your digital presence such as social media, your Facebook, your Instagram, it's only going to boost you, because you're able to not just reach your let's say you have a store, your store's network, but you're the owner of that store. So all your friends on this social platform, you're reaching them, and your friends' friends are reaching them. So if you can only see the web that you're going to create, that's going to lead back to this amazing product that you are so passionate about, whether it's a bakery, or you're passionate about architecture. You have built this. If you use social media, you've built this amazing web that you are not just hitting one of your friends, you're hitting your friends. And that's when you start to create this big, huge family that we as Filipinos, right? We pride ourselves on these big families, and we're so close together. This is what we're creating with the Palengke Mall.
Dom, this is Tony. Can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, let me respond to the initial question of why we use the term partners or partnership for the online Palengke Mall. I believe that the online Palengke Mall here in the Pacific Northwest, and for our chamber specifically, is probably the first of its kind in the nation. So we are in some ways a pioneer in this endeavor. And as you well know, when pioneers go into what are called uncharted territories, it's very important that everybody works together to make sure that we get to our destination, which is business success. And so we see ourselves creating, I think, a kind of a structure to make things happen. And we're going to try to fill it with maybe, at least in this area, about 150 businesses and professionals, maybe more. But in order to reach that number, we're going to need the help of our initial group of 30 and those who go beyond that. And so pretty soon, this effort to maybe aggregate maybe a couple of hundred, businesses and professionals, and that might sound, well, that's a lot. But remember, we have categories. So if somebody's looking for a real estate person who speaks Tagalog, they go to the Palengke Mall, and then under the listing there'll be all these real estate Filipinos, some American-born who don't speak Tagalog or Ilocano or Visayan, but they may, but some of them will have a tagline for themselves that says Tagalog speaking or Visayan speaking and or Ilocano speaking, and we've gotten those requests in the real world, and I've had to contact several of the real estate Filipino Americans. Hey, do you speak Tagalog or do you speak Ilocano? Because there's some Filipinos who are looking for a house to buy or a place to rent or whatever. But again, the success of the online Palengke Mall is going to not only depend on us, but depend on all the businesses and professionals participate. And again, let's not be afraid of competition, but let's get everybody to use a Palengke Mall to be their first source of, if they want to buy something, if they need a service, they go to the Palengke Mall and they'll find a big number of choices to select from. So that's why we are calling you First 30 our partners, and I hope that you see us as a partner in helping to make your business grow.
All right, thank you. So for everyone out on the call, I've seen questions again about how do we join or how do we contact. We've put it in a couple of times in the chat box, but I'll repeat it again. You can contact us at fccpnwmarketing@gmail.com. So if you're not one of the original 30 and you'd like to join, you can just contact us there to let us know. I will probably be the person following up with you, asking you some questions about your business and validating some information. And then we can put you in the queue for becoming a partner with us. And we look forward to partnering with you. So another question. You've given us a snapshot of what is currently planned for the Palengke Mall. Can you speak a little bit more about what some of your future plans are?
Can I add actually to statement Tony mentioned about the categories and keywords? So our website also has a search bar. So if you just put in some keywords, let's say like architecture. Yeah, a firm will pop up, or a few of them, or for cafes, a few of them will appear, not just all the restaurants. So that's also a great feature we have, and we're going to be fine-tuning it over the next few weeks and months. And yeah.
You know, if I could speak, you know, and again, I'm not a technology expert, so Rhea, I'm going to count on you and Kay too. But certainly, I think the key thing here is our future plans is get the first 30 or 40 or 50 into the online Palengke Mall, and then the immediate action that we'll take is how do we promote the online Palengke Mall to the broad Filipino, Filipino community, so we start getting hits from, you know, maybe several hundred, maybe a week, a day, or whatever. And then we're going to focus on, again, the whole notion of helping our businesses develop web pages to build up, I guess, a profile of their business. And again, Kay will be helping with that, and so will Rhea. And then hopefully, and you know, again, maybe I shouldn't talk about this as a future plan, but we're going to be monitoring your traffic. That's your, you know, hits on your websites. And if you're getting a lot of hits, and if you feel this is beneficial to you, then, you know, this website takes person power to maintain, to expand. And so, you know, we'll need to charge a little bit. We're looking at maybe $20 a month. This is after 2021. Again, this year basically is free. 2021 is going to be free. But as we end 2021, we're going to be looking at what's happening with your businesses, what's happening with the mall, and if, you know, for getting thousands of hits, it may be worthwhile for the businesses to think about, you know, paying a small fee to stay in the Palengke Mall, because you're benefiting from it, and we need a way to sustain the support, the technical support, to make the mall, relevant to all our potential customers.
All right. Another question is the mall focused only on Filipino and or Filipino American businesses, or do you plan to expand it?
But I think the Chamber's position is that, you know, we're interested in Filipino businesses first, and then other businesses that have an interest in the Filipino market. You know, again, I think if we begin to expand, let's say to include other Asian groups, or, you know, again, the amount of information may be to me a little bit overwhelming. So we're going to focus really on our Filipino businesses, because we want to get all our Filipino businesses, or as many as possible, into using the internet, the power of the internet, to to build and sustain their their operations and their profit margins.
All right. This is a question to the project manager and or the developer. Are there, or what are the self-service aspects of being on the mall? Are there things that you can do on your own, or is it all the resources and those things taken care of by the developers behind the scenes?
As of right now, okay, do you want to take that?
Oh, actually, you answer first.
Okay. As of right now, we'll be the ones taking care of everything for the site. We don't have it where you can have your own login and input your information, but the future plans that we have, we intend to have a website freestanding where you'll be able to go in and log in. So as of right now, how we have it, our first stages, we'll be the ones inputting all the information. So your pictures, any information you want to put on, just send it through that email address, and we'll be able to update your list.
So if I wanted to learn more about how much traffic I'm getting, I would just contact you guys, and you would provide me with that data?
Yep.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, I am not seeing any more questions, and so
Dom, this is Tony.
yes.
Yeah, I think Rhea used the term SEO, which stands for what, and how does that work? You know, I know, you know, for those who aren't familiar with SEO, because some of us aren't. So Rhea or Kay, can you explain what SEO stands for and how does that work?
So SEO, search engine optimization. So when you're on Google, you're using a search engine, and to optimize it so that people can find you, that's why they call it SEO. So SEO is the search engine, which an example is Google, the main search engine that we all use, right?
Yeah.
And we want to optimize our chances of being found. And so to optimize your chances of being found, you need to work on that. There's different ways to build up your SEO. So for example, Philip Bakery near me. You're going to look at the first 3 typically that pop up on the top, right? Or do you go to the 5th page? Probably not. You want to be on the first page. And so what SEO is helping your website come up and rise to the top. That in itself is a very long process to get to. There's many factors in trying to be on the top of a Google page, and Google constantly changes their algorithms or their methods of you trying to be on top. So why I say your SEO, this is good for your SEO. It's just another place, another website that Google can find that your name's on. So does that make sense, Tony, or anybody else?
So for those of you who are watching the workshop, sometimes you wonder, why am I getting these ads? It's because you've clicked on Google, you've looked for certain things, the search engine has optimized that. Now they know that you're looking for, let's say, a bakery, or you're looking for tires for your car. All of a sudden, you're going to get ads for those. And they're probably going to be close to you, they're nearby.
Yeah.
Because they also link to your location. So that is what we are looking to do with the Palengke Mall, is to optimize searches so that people will start getting ads that you might not even know of. But they came in through the Palengke Mall, they searched for something. Because of our search engine optimization, now they're getting advertisements that you didn't even know were sending out there. So they're benefiting your business just by visiting the mall, clicking around. And the more that we get people to click around, the more that your search engine is optimized, the more business we can drive and more traffic we can drive to your business.
I should mention something. According to the American Community Survey of 2018, which is about a year ago, so this number may be a little bit old. They found their extrapolation of information indicated that there are about 180,000 Filipino Americans in Washington State, with about maybe 65 to 70% in the central Puget Sound area, which means that there are about 130,000 Filipinos in this area. And we Filipinos like to buy Filipino food. We like dealing with with other Filipinos. We like being with other Filipinos, and all that. But if we can generate several hundred or several thousand hits a month or a week at the online Palengke Mall, again, the online Palengke Mall will become the first place of choice to find out where to get Filipino food, Filipino bakeries, Filipino real estate people, and all that. Now eventually, again, because this is our pilot project, we limited it to 30, and we'll probably go up to 50 until we get more capacity built up. But eventually, we're going to invite all the professional associations, the lawyers, the engineers, the CPAs, and others to also join, and then hopefully they will, and then again they will expand. They will inform their network of the online Palengke Mall, and we'll get even more hits and more activity. And then eventually, we hope to include all the Filipino organizations, all the Filipino service agencies. So, hey, if you want to find out anything about the Filipino community in the Central Puget Sound area, go to the online Palengke Mall, and you'll meet hundreds, maybe thousands of Filipinos just by putting yourself on the internet, and you'll be getting a lot of, what do you call it? What do you call that? Spam mail, spam email from the SEOs.
Thanks, Tony. There is a question about, and it dovetails to what you just spoke about. The question is about Filipino professionals such as doctors, dentists, realtors, loan officers, lawyers, home repairs, car repairs. Will they be included? The answer is yes.
Yes.
If you have gone online to the Palengke Mall as we're speaking, you're just seeing a skeleton of what we are going to develop. There are actually 15 categories that we currently have of different businesses. So we will continue to grow that as more people sign up and fall into categories that we don't have currently posted. So as Rhea and Katherine have said, this is an organic site, and it will grow as we get more people that sign up to join. So as we get more people online, and we ask that you spread the word, we can help one another by being able to market for one another and get the word out there. So I think that's something that's very exciting about this, is the organic nature of it and how we can all contribute to making it grow. Any more comments from any of the panelists?
I just
All
have
right,
a
so
quick comment.
go
Dom.
ahead, Janet.
I was going to say everyone should, the one takeaway from this webinar, because, it's all about encouraging Filipino businesses, brands. I think everyone should just take advantage of like developing your own personal brand, right? You all have Facebook or LinkedIn or something. Make sure you link back to FCCPNW just so people know you're either a board member or you work for FCCPNW. I think that's a great way to first take that step to show people that you support this nonprofit. That way, when Palengke Mall starts up and launches, you can start sharing or liking. As soon as you just like that post that Rhea or Kay will post about Palengke Mall, people are going to be like, what is Palengke Mall and how do I get involved? I think that should be your homework. Get on your Facebook, get on your LinkedIn and link to FCCPNW just so you can stay in touch with what's going on. And then that way, when Palengke Mall is launched, people are going to start paying attention to it. So, but I'm excited for you guys because I'm Filipino myself. I love when the community comes together like this, this time of year, it's sad that we can't get together for I always think of Simbang Gabi. It's like the best business networking that you can ever do. When you're at church, you see everybody, you're eating, you're hanging out. It's like that same feeling. And I love that you guys are doing this. So thank you for doing this for everybody in your community.
Yes, what can be better than getting your sins absolved and being able to eat?
That's right,
and then talking chismosa.
All right. So I'd like to thank a number of people. First of all, our sponsors, Dr. Barretto Ogilvie with the FCCPNW, Janet Alikpala with National ACE. Our presenters, again, Dr. Ogilvie, Katherine Absuelow, our project manager for the online Palengke Mall, Rhea Cabardo with RHEADIRECT. You don't see her in the background, but Emily Footer was also a member of National ACE. She is our control technician and does all the magic in the background.
Hey, Emily should show herself.
It's the last workshop.
Yeah. Well, this probably won't be the last workshop. There'll be more next year.
Yes, that's right. Last of the year. That's right.
Last of the year. So
Emily's our magical person behind the scenes.
Yeah. So thanks to everybody who helped put this on. Thanks to all of you for joining. Please get online with the online Palengke Mall, use it, and get other people to want to join it. Have a wonderful holiday. I know it's very different this year, but please enjoy time with your friends and loved ones. And thank you for being online with us. Take care and goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. And happy holidays.
Bye, everyone.